So let's take a brief look on the ways we do computing today. A lot of it happens on public clouds like Amazon CC2 and Google's Compute Engine. There's a lot of competition here. Then we have a bunch of private cloud platforms that power enterprise data centers like VMware's products and OpenStack. The use of containers is on the rise. A lot of things are happening in this space with Docker and CoreOS and Google leading the way. Yet we still have these noisy bare metal boxes. Maybe they're powering private cloud or a container installation or some legacy application. So all these different computing platforms need to be managed, and by management I'm referring to provisioning new resources, orchestrating the deployment of complex applications, monitoring their operation, getting alerted when things are off, and automating your responses. So each platform comes with its own set of tools, and users have to face a rather tough choice. You either go and buy from a single vendor, and essentially you buy your own set of golden handcuffs, or you try to mix and match and maybe save some bucks, but you will be slowed down by the complexity of it. So this is the problem that we solve. Mist.io provides a single control panel for all of your clouds. You get a unified management interface and an API, and some command line tools that work with all the popular providers. You also get to monitor your machines, your applications, and any metric you like. You can configure rules that trigger alerts or automated actions, like auto-scaling or disaster recovery. And when you need manual intervention, you can do it from your smartphone or tablet. It's a very competitive space, but Mist.io is the most flexible solution out there that combines management with monitoring and automation. You can either use it as a service or install it on-premise. In either case, you get our fanatical support. So to sum up, what do you get from Mist.io? You get to use more of your computing infrastructure, spending less money, to lower your response times in case of incidents and get more uptime, and become more efficient through automation, and spend less time on system operations and more on what matters to your bottom line. Let's take a brief look on a couple of our customers. The Progressive Change Campaign Committee, they are a political organization from the US. They support the progressive candidates, and they used Mist.io for their polling application. And they managed to significantly reduce their server bills and to run more campaigns per day. Spirent Communications is another client of ours, a multinational company that sells network testing equipment and software to telcos and data center operators. They use Mist.io as part of their virtualized network function testing product. So to set up new environments and run the tests, and thanks to Mist.io, they managed to drastically reduce their times it takes to run these tests. We are a very strong technical team, and we have some world-class advisors. The core founding team, we've been working together since 2009. 2 years ago, we had a rough prototype, and we traveled to Silicon Valley to join Mozilla's accelerator program, WebForward. Then we raised some money from fund in the Valley, Monthly Ventures, some more from PJ Tech Catalyst and Aqbility. And our vision is to build an enterprise platform for managing heterogeneous infrastructure that can be deployed inside banks and telcos. We're close to this first goal, and we have some proof of concept installations going on. And the next level is to become a broker of computing resources. Our main focus is our SaaS offering, but we also provide on-premise licensing to large enterprise customers. Since we entered MITEF, we developed the on-premise version of Mist.io. We got up to 500 signups per month and a 6-digit annual run rate. We closed additional funding from investors in Greece and the US, and we had the opportunity to working with Peter and Alex, our amazing MITEF mentors. Our next steps is to use this money that we raised and establish a permanent presence in the US to build a scalable sales engine and close some key accounts, to develop new channels for go-to-market, and our target is to reach break-even early next year with 500K annual run rate and go for a Series A by next spring. In order to do that, we're looking for talented engineers here in Greece and sales reps, especially in the San Francisco Bay Area. So if you know any such people, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Almost, you're done very quickly. Thank you, Dimitri. 5 minutes for you.
Competition, I mean, you're targeting the US, as I understand. What have they raised? How can you compete with them? I mean, you might have a good product, but in terms of marketing and customer acquisition costs and all this, what do you think will be the secret sauce? How do you compete? What can you do differently?
Well, the secret sauce is the product itself, which in part is not so secret. It's open source. We still keep some of our source code secret. Yeah, the advantage is the flexibility that we provide and the fact that you don't need to rebuild your infrastructure as other offerings. You can come as you are and start using Mist.io from day one and get started easily. And we maintain this by continually developing the product further and to cover demands from actual paying customers.
In relation to your forward-looking plans, you referred to becoming a data broker, if I recall. Could you elaborate on that?
Sure, yeah, thank you for the question. So right now, Mist.io is a management platform. And, the next step is to also add the reporting features, so you can easily see where it's cheaper to provision machines and where you get the best response times, the best disk I/O, and based on this offering, we can also buy these machines for you. We can build partnerships with the providers, and if you are our customers, we can directly create an account for you in the cloud provider and give you the infrastructure you're requesting without you having to set up an account to the X provider that has the specific advantage that you're looking for.
If we have no more questions, and I would like to thank you, Dimitri, for your presentation.